Okay, so I've used Symantec System Recovery 2011, 2013 R2. We really haven't set up VSR 16 because I went from Symantec to Veritas. They actually broke out Symantec and Veritas, kind of split the piece out. While I'm doing these videos just today, I decided, hey, let me do VSR 16. I'll throw that in here. Doing a quick check so I could download it. I see System Recovery 18 Management Solution. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to download it. We're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to try what I can. Hopefully this video works out. We shall see. So once again, it's always a pain for me to figure this out. I did find that there is, all right, I have dual monitors, so I'm on another monitor, but I was Googling how to find it, and eventually, you know what, just download the 60-day evaluation. So it is veritas.com trial, because once you put your license in, you're good to go. And US System Recovery 18. Veritas.com trial and US System. Oh, need another dash. Alright. So, thank you, please, thanks at forme.com. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. IT architect. We shall do United States. I will choose the correct state. I am in New Jersey. Accept. Don't bother me. Submit. See what happens. Okay. Veritas System Recovery Management Solution. It's right here, 3 gig. Let's do a download now. Save as. VSR 18. And we will do VSR 18-MS for Management Solution. Because while that's coming down, and while I'm here, why not? There's Linux too, 50 meg. Save as. New folder, VSR, Linux. I don't know if I'll get to any Linux videos, but you never know. Save as. This was new folder, VSR, multilingual. Alright. So this one says it's done. Got 2 downloads going. Alright. Let's see. So 25 minutes it says. So when I set up the solutions before, it's pretty self-explanatory. You download the management and you extract it somewhere on your hard drive. And it looks like, yeah. Okay. Close out SQL. Come over here. SQL's still chugging. I haven't looked at that machine after it didn't, said it didn't patch right. I hope it patched right. Let's go to the Altiris server, which is the 2K12. Okay. Log in. See. Program files, Altiris. Notification server, NSCAP. VSR. Okay. So here's these. We're going to want this guy when it's done. The other thing we're going to need is SIM. agent and console. Let's look for Symantec Installation Manager, pin to start. We'll stick that between the two. This one's agent. We usually don't need the agent. Alright, so we'll do that. So what's going to happen is before, you used to be able to just launch SIM, Symantec Installation Manager, and click New Products. Reboot. You would just launch that. Well, that's going to go. You launch SIM, and it would come up, and you would say install new products, and you would do suite, or you'd filter through, and you could find Symantec. At the time, it was Symantec System Recovery. So now what we're going to have to do is once this download is done, we come in here, we go settings, and we change product listing. We say change, and we're going to point it to that local extraction. And when we say OK, it will pick it up. So we're just going to let this sit here. And that said 25 minutes. Let's take a peek again. 24 minutes. So I guess we'll be back. Okay, we're all downloaded. Let's close. Let's go full screen. All right. Now this should work how I'm hoping. So if we come into VSR, MS, remember we deployed 7-zip. All right, let's extract this. All right. All right, so like I said, we're going to want that one file. And when you look, all these will actually get pulled in. So what'll happen is you get this the software piece pulled. You get a whole new portal page basically, and you can push the agents, push the software. Now you can get fancy with this stuff, and it takes some engineering to do. So by default, at least up to SSR 2013 R2, you can push the agents and they'll just back up and go out. I created a little program in Visual Studio where you could choose if you just want the C drive or all drives. That was one option. And the other one was what storage location you wanted. With that, I pulled a custom inventory in, and you can make filters based off that. And then when you do your SSR policies, you could use those filters. So you can kind of prevent machines from wrong sites backing up to a different area. So anyway, here's what we want, this guy right here. So copy this in. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, we're going to be on the server. We don't need to copy that in. Okay. So actually, let's get off this guy. Let's go over to the server. Okay. Let's do this. Copy that location. Come in here. Settings. Change. Add. Block listing. Please enter a valid path. What do I have? C program. Alright, fine. We'll browse to it. Oh, you know what? I didn't add the file. Okay. Look at that. Selected product listing is signed. Okay. We'll say accept. We'll say okay. This is new to me too. I haven't done this version. There we go. Install new product. Let's see. We choose the one. It chooses two. We'll do Linux as well, just because it's a lab. Why not? We'll say next. Accept. All right. Configure with HTTPS. Well, it's a lab. I'm not going to be able to get a certificate, so I think there is a way to launch a certificate generator from within the Altiris um, uh, folder. I forget where. I'll have to look into that. But this computer meets minimum requirements. We can go. Not required to do HTTPS. So I hope it's just copying the files from my location. Sorry, I had to take a sip of beer. Alright. We'll hit begin install. Oh, that's right, we had this going on. Forgot all about that. Although it's saying you can click OK without rebooting. We do need a reboot. Let's see what happens. Console says not responding. Alright. We'll just close it, see if we can crash it out. I don't care. It's a lab. Alright, I'm going to pause this so the video is not real long. So once the machine's back up logged in, I'll start it back up. Okay, so we're back. We're logged in. Sim. We're going to choose these again. Next. Accept. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Validating install files. We can click begin install. Doesn't matter. Right. So prior to me even starting to look into this, I didn't know 18 was out. Alright, we're going to hit begin install. Alright. So I'm going to let this run, and we will reconvene in a little bit. So like I said, there's too much for me to know everything about this product. I try and know as much as I can and try and do what I can on my off time. I mean, I'm on my off time this weekend and doing a lot. I don't even know what this cryptographic keys are. Sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I won't. It's a lab, I don't care, so I'm going to skip it. That was the first thing that came up. I'm not going to launch the console from here. Okay. So, it is installed now. And just remember, you can always change back to your original, which is going to update product listing. And it's going to do its thing. It's just going to go back. So anyway, we're going to close that out. We're going to go back in here. So, let's bring up the console. Come on, clicky, clicky. All right. Now, should end up, well, okay. Let's reload the console. I'll close out of that. All right, we're going to totally close out here. Come on, you. Oh, here we go. So I wanted to log in again, but I closed out. Anyway, we'll go back in because we were offline long enough. All right. Of course. Let's see. we go. Got a new section. Backup and recovery. Veritas System Recovery 18. Okay. Sorry, I was reading a text from a coworker. All right. Allow Veritas System Recovery to collect usage information. Yeah, I don't care. It's a lab. Have fun with it. You're not going to get much. I clicked yes. All right. So there's a few things you need. You need a storage location that you're going to place these files. You need to deploy the agents with or without console. Now we deploy without because we don't want the users actually doing anything. We don't want them launching the console, doing manual backups, restores, and whatnot. So the Home tab gives you a quick overview. So discover computers, install the agent, install the plugin for Veritas System Recovery, install VSR, which is what I was just telling you, the console. You still have to deploy it, dash console, dash no console. You still deploy the full software piece. It's just you're allowing Altiris to manage it. Create System Recovery Disk ISO. I don't remember that part. That might be new. And then find documentation. So we're going to bypass this stuff. Okay. So the way this works is, here's all the computers. Right now we'll have nothing. I clicked all computers. We have nothing in here. But there's backup policies. Come on. Hold on. Okay, so it came up. Tells you all the computers in your console, whether the agent's installed, whatnot, and all the other happy stuff. So, backup policies. We collapse this? Yes. Recovery point, independent recovery point. So independent is a constant full image. Recovery point, let's click it. I haven't done these in a while. I believe you can do differential, incrementals, and fulls, and all that stuff. But we do independent. Independent is what it sounds like. Independent. They're independent of each other. There's no differential, no incremental. Configuration policies. This is where you decide what you want to do. So default event log, configuration policy, FTP, log files. This tray icon. We will edit this. And volume alert. Here's the licenses. Okay. Show missed backup. Show system tray. Question. Show status. So we don't show any of this stuff. But for here, for lab, we will. We'll show the tray icon. Okay. And this is all the licenses. I'm not going to. So we have a 60-day trial. And we have time to play around. Destination. So this is where we're gonna, oh, look at this. So the destination is where we're gonna have to actually place. So I've never used Linux, ESX, I don't know. I use network shares. So as an example, let me think. You know what we'll do? We will turn, I don't have FreeNAS set up at the moment. I think I know what we'll do. So the server 2016 that I've done, that was supposed to be Altiris. Actually, the machine is called Altiris. This will become our storage location. All right, we're going to even a step further in this video. Go back to our domain controller as well. All right. I created this. You do start run, MMC. When it comes up, you add snap-ins. I add Active Directory, DNS, DHCP. It's what I like doing. DHCP. I turn every I have a scope. Everything that comes in, all the leases become reservations. because if I ever have to rebuild them, it's just easy. So we got 6 here, and we got 6 here. We're good. Okay. Anyway, we will go back down to users. Actually, lab users. We will do new user. VSR will be the good person. All right. All right, we'll put password, tab, tab, tab. Okay, finish. Administrator. No, I want, go back to lab users. Wrong one, sorry. VSR. Member of, add, domain admin. Okay, domain administrators. All right, so we have a login account. We're going to cancel, we're just going to leave that up. So, now we're going to come over here. I think I have OneDrive. No, I created a E. We're going to rename images. What we got? All right, I tried installing Altiris, so it wouldn't go. Sim is installed. New folder, VSR, and we will do all drives. New folder, C only. Okay, at this top level though, we're going to share with specific people, and we will do find, we will do VSR, and he will have read write, share, there we go. So now we have a storage location. Then now the next step, let's go back to admin PC, view, okay, Altiris, VSR. Oh, we have access to that share. Anyway, so what do you have to do? First thing you need is storage, right? We create the physical storage, you create an account, network shares. You can hit create up here. Should be able to right click down here. No, you can't. Look at that. All right, click. Okay. Enter a folder. So what I like doing, just because of fat fingering things, you go all the way down to exactly where you want. Okay. So Altiris VSR C only. Username, test lab, and VSR. Put your password. Put your password. You will say OK or apply. Now, I may not set it up, but we will do both of these to do both of these. Refresh. Come on. Click FTP, network shares, whatever. Create. Do next one. You may not like this space in here. I know I put an underscore at work. So test lab VSR. Alright. It looked like it took, so let's come over here. We'll hopefully redo the page. Come on. Symantec, backup. Let's reload the page. Management tasks. Destinations local? No. Network shares. Okay. It may not like the space Never not had this not go. Alright. Well, you know what though? We can actually do the space. It doesn't physically check it. So let's do this again. Create. Let's do a underscore in there. Yeah, let's try that. No, we're not going to do that. Test lab VSR. Apply. Look at this. I have an issue. Alright, let's close out the page. No. Cannot use the Edge browser. So we will close this window. Launch IE. Console's starting to take a little longer. SQL Server was performing pretty good. Hopefully settings are good for that. Alright, you know what? I'm wondering if there's a password. Yes, there is. Well, we're going to take care of that now. Because if you notice, we're using a different account than what we're logged in with. Alright, well first let's look at the storage. Destination, network. That's a little better. Chugging along here with... While that's going, let's bring up another page. Let's do settings, security, account management. We're just going to cheat. My other video I did a little more in depth on security and stuff. Semantic administrator, so I'm just going to jump right into this. Alright, so that's the account we're using at the moment. We're going to add member, add account. Add member, not add a role, no. Did we? Oh. See, everything spirals out. Gotta do Active Directory first. This is another thing when we get new employees in and they gotta be added, it takes a little while. So import user. We didn't manually run this one. We ran the computers. Come on. Okay, it's running. So it's going to bring all the users in from Active Directory. We told it to, from Test Lab. We did the entire tree, so it'll bring them all in. Alright, it's done. Let's go back to security. Alright, so add member, add account. The hell? Let me think. Okay, accounts. Let's see what we got here. Really? Active Directory should have... Alright, whatever. So we'll come back to this. I guess we'll just deal with it. Alright, so... This thing is still going. Oh, what's going on here? Alright, we'll give a couple minutes. Okay, so because security isn't quite set up correctly, and I'm using that other account, keeps popping up windows over and over again, and there was a login window in the back. So if I was logged in with the account I wanted to use, there is an option in Internet Options that I can say use a currently logged in account. Don't ask, but we can't. So we have these two. We don't need this one. So we're going to delete it. So you don't need an underscore. Sometimes this was a mess in 2013 R2 as well. I had problems. Let me take a look. I don't have anything in the background. Okay. Let's go back to destinations. Okay, what is going on with this thing? Okay, destinations network. It's still here. Delete. Sure you want to delete. Okay. Not sure what this window is. It's not letting me. I got like a whole list of them on my other one. It's just stuff I just don't use at that point. Oh, oh yeah, because we used the password right. Okay, so you physically have your storage location, which we have. Come on. Here. It's going to be one of these two. We have both of them. You have extra. Who cares? Now, what you do, once you have your destination, you come up, you have to decide. Do you want to do incrementals? Do you want to do differentials? It can be a hassle. Let's take a look. So here's your options. You give it a name, recovery point independent. Now, they say recommended. Create an initial recovery point with additional recovery points contained only the incremental changes made to your computer since the previous backup. Incremental recovery points are faster and use less disk space than creating an independent recovery point. That's good if you're going to do daily, weekly, or whatever. You're going to keep more than one and all that stuff. What we do is we do independent. Now, it looks like I can do it from there. But I'm going to close this out. I'm going to click down here. And I'm going to click Create. C drive. So it's already independent. I don't want all drives because I just said C drive. So we click here. Buy drive. Now in 2013 it will give me my options down here. I don't see it. Click buy drive and then select the drives you want. I don't see them. You must select the drive. I don't see one. Come on. Alright. Maybe. It's not because it's a VM. Because I'm doing other stuff at work as a VM. It's not showing here. Okay. We're going to be changing this over to an all drive situation. All drives. Okay. Schedule. Okay. We will do a monthly. Now this is cool. Randomly across. So let's say I want monthly on the first day of the month. And I'm going to start at 9 o'clock, right? Now we'll do 9 p.m. 2100. Now, if you've got 50,000 machines, do you want them all starting at that? No. Distribute strategy randomly across X amount of minutes. Now this is a test lab. I got 5 machines, 8 machines, 10 machines. In my situation, I got 4,200 machines, but we're only backing up 30, 40, and they're set up at different sites with different storage servers and all that stuff. But think about it. If you're slamming Isilon storage or SAN storage or Amazon Web Service storage, and you're slamming it with every machine you got at once. Can you? You might be able to. Or you can say, you know what? Distribute that across 120 minutes. What that means is up to 120 minutes before this time and 120 minutes after this time. So you've actually, that's 2 hours. So you actually have 2 and 2 is 4 hours. You actually have a 4-hour window you've created that all these machines are just going to randomly pick a time. They're going to start any time within there. For me, we'll say 15 minutes because we're only going to do one anyway. So we say apply. There's our schedule. Destination. Well, we're going to have to do all drives. Create subfolder for each computer. I'll do it by host name. That's nice. Offsite copy I don't use. You can password protect the image if you want. If you do, you can 128-bit, 192, 256. Advanced options. I do high encryption, have no problems. Active backup policy, limit the number of recovery points. I do 1. What happens is the first day of the month, you have to have 100% extra storage. Now, if you do the stagger, what's really nice is, what happens is, let's say you're using 50 gig on a storage location and a machine takes 5 gig. Well, you got 5 gig in use by a host computer at 1. Well, when computer 1 backup kicks off, it's going to use another 5 gig. When it's done, it confirms that the backup was successful. Then it deletes the previous 5 gig. So you always have to be aware of that. So that's why you differentiate you time shift the backups, because that helps. If you got one site doing 100 backups at once and they're 50 gig a piece, well, that's a lot of space. You need a lot of extra space to back them up. So I do 1. I don't verify. Disable smart sector copy, no. Ignore bad sectors. Perform full VSS, yes. You can divide it up, so you can put it into CD, DVD, Blu-ray, but I'm not going to bother with that. Command file settings. There's other things you can do, stuff to run before, maybe like a disk cleanup, your batch file to delete certain things. I don't bother with any of that. I'm going to say save. Now, if you noticed, I didn't assign it to anything, right? Let's do a refresh here. Button's not doing anything. Let's click on recovery points up here. This thing's not looking good with the clicking. So we go backup policies, independent. Still don't see it. Let's totally load the page. Really? Great. Alright. Let's launch it again. There's a little bugs I'm seeing. I mean, it might be my environment. Most likely. I don't think Symantec would do that. They release a product, or Veritas, sorry, that they didn't fully test. So backup policy, independent. Yeah, it's here. Okay. So now it's also disabled, but you also have to edit. Yeah, we're going to call it lab. Enable. But down here, your apply. So look at that. It remembered these, but targets. I'm not liking this. I'm used to being able to choose filters. Oh, man. Because see, the problem is, if I do all, how do I choose one machine? What if I want a filter of, say, Disney World PCs, you know? Alright, let's close that out. Alright, it's looking like we gotta create targets. These targets are really annoying. So, highlight the filter, or the folder, sorry, target. Now, before, in 7.6, this whole start with computer, if you did update, it gave you everything. And that's really screwed people over at times. So, you know what? I do have 3 Windows 10s. Admin PC. Add role. Exclude computers not in computer list. Admin PC. There's our one target. We're only going to back this one up. I don't care about the other ones. So, we'll throw that over here. Say OK. Alright. Not going to do password protection. Advanced option. Oh, we already went through all this. But the biggie, what we're looking at was down here. We've assigned it right here. So we save. Now, we created a policy. There's nothing here yet. So, some of these buttons just aren't working for me. This refresh button. Ah, okay. It is working. Right click, enable. Come on. How about this up? Enable up here. It's a little frustrating. It's probably just my virtual environment. Okay, came back. See what we got. Right click. Enable. Edit. You know what the policy rules on here? So I don't know what's going on. So, not have to worry about that. It's on. It's good. We have a computer signed. Alright. So the next step is we need a machine with the agent. So jobs and tasks, which actually we should now have one. Backup recovery, Veritas. Alright. Okay. Install plugin. There's 7 machines. This is not going to be our target. Apply to. See, this is where it really gets frustrating. Normally, I could create my own filter and I can target from there. So we're going to change this. Well, we have admin PC. So we'll add him. Say OK. We'll take this. We'll delete the bottom. We'll enable. Run once. ASAP. User can run. We'll say save. Okay. That's 18. Okay, so that's the agent. Now we need the software. Now we do no interface. It's not necessary. Whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and do with user interface. I looked up telemetry. I forget what it is at the moment. I'm gonna do without. Is it not gonna let me? What do we? Not liking this so far. I've been trying this at work too. That environment's been around for a while. I don't run into the same issues with that. So let's go back, package policies, without telemetry. Alright. Please ensure that you're updating the client to the latest service pack. Okay, fine. So what? Okay, hit OK. There we go. All right. Now, automatic restart, telemetry off. Let OS determine language. I'm just going to say English. That's all I got here. Same thing. Apply to targets. Admin PC. You can also double click it. Show you. Double click it. Oh, it's going to fail on me, right? Okay. I was on a different window. It let me double click earlier. So we're going to delete this one. We don't want it to go out to other machines we don't want it to go to. We want to specifically assign. Once ASAP, do by schedule, maintenance window. I don't use maintenance windows. I haven't really figured out why I would need them. Notify user, warn before running. You know, I'll warn. Why not? Because you can defer up to 1 minute. So we can check it out. So, save. This sucker's going to reboot on us. Let's bring up our agent. Why are we sitting here at critical status? Okay, whatever. Alright, it's going. Oh, okay. So we've received a new agent. And I'm going to assume the client will come next. Sometimes it goes the other way around, because you have two separate policies running. There is no real, at least in 7.6, there was no real distinction between which one will go first. You know, you download them both, one fires off, maybe you force reboot, and then you still got to install the other piece. Okay, agents back up. Downloading 10%, 12%. 46, 47, 48. Okay. That's only because we've checked off show internal. If you don't show that, it won't show up here. You're like, oh, what's going on? And here we go. You know what? We're going to say run later. Alright, so we'll give a minute. See what does it do. If it gives us an option to postpone it again or not, it's interesting to know. Maybe we could have chose here, you know, we could have said what time it was going to come out. Tell people not to be on a machine. It's going to be forced reboot. But you can be courteous, do it during lunchtime, and pop up a 30-minute window. Maybe they were busy and they're trying to finish it up. Alright. So VSR works pretty well, even though we're using SSR 2013 R2. Alright, you can only do a run now. It looks like I gave it a 5-minute timer. We have a thumb drive that we can boot off of to do VSR. So we have SSR 2013 R2 in the console, in Altiris, doing backups of certain machines monthly, 1 copy, blah, blah, blah. But we did implement VSR 2016 into a boot up thumb drive, so Tex can do a one-off image. It's really good. I actually had a package server, which was a desktop, inside of a MSA firewall. And I had 256 gig hard drive. It ran out of space. I didn't know it. We had an issue at another site with a package server, which is a desktop. You know, you can use desktops for package servers. You know, so they have a small amount of computers inside firewalls. Why not? So while we were checking, I saw the drive was, the system was out of space. I had a tech take a 256 gig. He took a 1 terabyte SSR'd one to the other, threw it in, bang, done. It was nice and easy. Alright, so that's installing. Right there, so set up. Right there. Another 1 hour video. Might not even do it. I'm probably not going to do a restore, but yeah. Because actually I don't have the stuff set up to do a restore. Could probably create a boot ISO because I'm in VM. So. While it's installing, this machine's going to force reboot. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. My other video we were doing patches. It was 6 gig. Now we're 10 gig. Test lab. VSR. MS. Is there an ISO in here? Let's check. Nope. So we gotta get, and there it goes. Which is a good thing. So let's let it reboot. We'll come back. Alright, we're back up and running. So the first thing you should be able to notice now, this is new to me, I'm not sure of the numbers because so far the agent numbers are different, but you should see, okay, you still have now you have two VSR 18 policies, policy agent and task agent. And Veritas, alright, and it's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. On 7.6 hotfix 7, we have 11 when we have SSR, but we do have 2 SSR items, so I think the main Altiris agent, before you do patch, inventory, and stuff, it's 5 pieces in 7.6. In 8.1, it is 4. So they incorporated, I guess, one of them into another piece or something. Anyway, we come back. We should, I don't see it here yet. Well, a few things. One, we should have a new piece of software. Come on, start menu. Might add some more memory and stuff. Okay. VSR 18, we do. We have the full console. Like I said, we deploy it without this. But what people can do is there'll be another icon down here. They can right click it and they can fire off a backup if they wish. Shouldn't give this. Yeah, read-only privileges cannot make administrator. Would you like to add privileges for full control? Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, this is why. So, when you actually push your license down, that piece will obviously not come up. Okay. I'm still missing that icon. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to back it up from here. Well, run or manage. Let's see what we got. Let me see. Did they incorporate it here? Right click? No. Okay. Because theoretically, you don't need this window to do what we need. Let's pull up the Altiris console and take a peek. Okay. Trial license is installed, so it sees that. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is the actual recovery disk creator, which we definitely want. Lights, okay, I know what that is. It's lights out, restore. So we'll download that. Use this utility to create both 3264-bit ISOs, which is what I was just telling you. Select the Veritas Recovery Disk ISO here, blah, blah, blah. Alright, we'll install on this machine because we needed to create these utilities, but kind of getting sidetracked. This machine is not getting backed up. I wonder, while that's doing its thing, brought another tab. Wonder if we do have the server set to a, well, the membership updates to a very loose time, every 5 minutes and every 1 day for complete. Let's just do a complete anyway. And we'll do a policy update schedule. It's actually taking a little longer than it used to. So there's more filters. There's a lot more going on the server. And the more you set up, the more you do. And as you're going, and you get more patches, more software, more everything, that takes longer. Let's check this agent in while it's going. See if anything's changed. Nothing new. Alright, policy update. Minimize. So we got here. 64-bit media required. The current station could not locate required. Let's see. That work? A valid installation DVD. Oh. Oh, okay. Can we? No. Well, let's see. Network. Now, while it's going on, let's do Altiris. And it's cap. Really? Stuff typically runs fast until you go to do a net. Ping Altiris. Net use star Altiris dot test lab dot local. This cap. Oh, my bad. This is the now. That's why. It's over here. CMS was here. I'm not sure this is what it wants though. We shall find out. Net use star. Of course I did too much. Go to this cap. Okay, Z drive. Let's try this again. Browse. This PC. Cancel. We need to be able to hit the Z drive for that. Run manage backups. Okay. Something's still not quite right. Like I said, supposed to have another little icon down here. We said tray icon. Come on, click IE. You must just need to have an internet connection. Veritas. Cancel. So look what we got here installed. Really? Alright, so yeah, recovery point browser is pretty cool. Huh. This is actually a little challenging compared to last versions. Scroll or rerun it. Run. I don't know why it's downloading it again. Run. Okay, we've already been here. Oh, that's why. Right here. Browse. The hell? We have a Z drive. Okay, let's do this. Just paste it over local. Ah, 20 seconds ago. Browse. Desktop. Of course, it's not going to refresh. So let's do this PC, C drive, users, Jeff Test Lab, desktop. Ah, now let's do this again. It's kind of crap you run into, you know, it's frustrating. You watch a video and a guy will be like, bing, 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 no issues. They figured it out. They worked through it. Let's see what goes on at times. Alright, let's do run. I don't know how many times this thing's going to install. That moves right there. Oh, are you kidding me? Here. Browse. Desktop. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm getting tired. And that's just a lot today. It's in downloads. Why is that unusable? Fine. See. Users. Jeff. Downloads. File installation. DVD. Let's copy this. Oh my god. Whatever. It's a little frustrating. Alright. That was creating that, which I was trying to do. Just trying to get it to go. So let's take a look here. Alright, backup policy license, okay. So it's at risk because it's not backed up. If you right click it, do we get a menu? No, we do not. Trial license. Everything's here. It's saying it's got a license, it's good to go. Trying to think. Like I said, there should be a second icon down here. Make sure the policy, it is enabled. It is assigned to the machine. It is assigned. It doesn't have an apply date though. Status, assign backup policy. But we have this applied to, so it applied it. 3-1. It's a tray icon. Like I said, this should be enabled for this. Oh, I'm going to reboot my machine. I'm going to go to bed, let everything settle tonight. I'll take a fresh look at this tomorrow sometime. Got church early in the morning and whatnot. Like I said, so you should have two icons down in the start bar down here. down by the clock. Show the Altiris main agent, and they should have a VSR agent. Maybe a policy's not getting applied. I'll look into it, but we'll get it. So, till tomorrow. Okay, I was getting ready to go upstairs and hit the sack. Yeah, just this was a long day today, but did another reboot, decided to check into it a little bit. Just did a reboot, logged in, and I noticed this. Now, because I paused the video, I can't jump back. If we jump back a little bit, see if this icon was there. Anyway, so if you notice, alright, if we highlight Veritas System Recovery 18, I told you, we should have an extra icon, at risk. Okay, 60 days. If we right click, here's the options we get, right? You can open the console, which we know we have local. Now, like I said, this is not how I do it at work. I do have this. This is not there, but this is here. Run backup policy. Run backup now. Lab all drives. That's what we set up and assigned. Define new, run, or manage. So we don't have that either, but we do have this. Run and manage. Recover my computer, recover my files, progress performance, different pieces. Alright. So, offsites disabled. Next run is March 1st. We're going to go ahead and run it now. That won't let me hide that, huh? I can hide this. But, go ahead and create 29 gig. Alright, we're doing this to Altiris VSR. All drives. Up. There's a folder, admin PC. Here's where it's backing up to. So it's calculating, so it hasn't really started creating a file yet. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. We'll hit hide. Should have close that. Should be able, now, see how I got that's a red icon. It's a green. It says 5%. Progress performance, there we go. Alright. So I'm going to let this go. It's already at an hour and 13 on this video. See? So, we're going to, there's a file popped up here, temp. It's saying 14.6 gig. So it's still doing its thing. Once it actually starts copying, I'll probably just pause this video and go to bed. And this is what we said with the system tray icon, creating recovery point. We said do all kinds of pop-ups. Let's see, how many minutes we got? 100, counting down, 96. Alright. Yeah, so we're going to settle down in about an hour. Alright. Well, we will continue this video tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll let this back up tonight. It will do a backup, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come back here, ready to recover my files. And pretty much what that should be is no different than right here, recovery point browser. You launch this and you can point to your backup file and you can actually pull files out. We'll do some recovery of files and whatnot. So we're not going to do a full image restore, but we'll get that far done. Alright, have a good night. Until then. Okay, it's a spectacular rainy morning. Alright, so my machine's done backing up. If we look down here, the VSR icon is red. When it was SSR, it was the same yellow like this, and it's got a green check mark. So, it says we're backed up. Let's hide that. Here's our files that it backed up. Let's see what we got. I know. Oh, you can mount. It says mount. Now, I'm going to try it. See what happens. Okay. Try letter E. Now it's because we installed the full console. And F. So there's E. There we go. We're inside of our. I'll take this help file out. Copy here. So there you go. So you can pull files out if you wish. Actually, let's do this. E users, test lab, downloads, Silverlight. There you go. So you can edit your backup files. Let's there we go. Dismount recovery point. Okay. Now that's one way to do it. Is find the recovery point, right click it. But you should be a recovery point browser, which is I believe what we were just using. No, okay. Right, this is the full browser. Okay. We don't care about the system restore partition. Definitely want the 17 gig. Alright. Say OK. And same thing. Just it's its own utility. First using Explorer. There's version 18. Alright, see, same thing. Users, test lab, downloads. You can recover, tell it where you want to put it. Cannot drag and drop that. Look at that. Can you? Can't really do a search or find. So, I mean, the tool's nice, but if you can just mount it in the OS, why not just do that? So let's, all right. Actually, what happens if we mount this here? Hey, we try letter E. Okay. See, now you can dismount. Huh. Interesting. So, not quite sure the total difference. Downloads. Ah, look at that. So in here, we have this recovery point mounted. We can view. We cannot recover from here because it's mounted. But why wouldn't you just do it up here in Explorer? I don't know the difference. I don't know why. All right, dismount. All right. So that's a general overview of VSR 18. We didn't do restore. I'll probably try and give one of them a shot. I got to get the software. But until then, have a good one.